Hi everybody, Marshall here, and you're watching Riding with Marshall, except I'm not riding today because it's 8 degrees. Winter's come to pay us a little visit here in Colorado, as you can see behind me. But I've saved some video for you all and for myself, and I hope you enjoy Fury in the fall. Today we're riding the Poudre Canyon. Yeah, I said Poudre, it's French. French for powder. Short for cache le poudre, which is French for the cache of powder, meaning the place where they hid the gunpowder. There's a story there, but for right now, we're just riding it because it's near my house. I've ridden it many times, and it looks different almost every time. Sometimes in the summer, the hummingbirds can drive you crazy with the sound of them buzzing right past you, but you didn't see them because they're flying across the road. And here in the fall, it's just a magical place. So I hope you enjoy what I'm shooting today, because I really don't have much of a plan behind it. It's just me riding the canyon in the fall on a Fury. As I've said, I recorded this earlier, in October to be exact. Colorado has beautiful weather in October, generally, with the exception of flash snowstorms. This particular day was around 65 degrees, with no snow in the forecast. A perfect day to ride up the canyon. The canyon, to those who live around Fort Collins, is the Poudre Canyon, which goes from the location of a long-gone hotel called Ted's Place to the town of Walden, in the middle of the Rocky Mountains. The Poudre Canyon follows the Cache le Poudre River, making for a scenic and quite challenging ride, especially if you are new to it. The ride from Ted's Place to Walden is 89 miles, and there are gas stations at both points. The ride will take you through a few tight turns and then up to an elevation just over 10,000 feet. If you have never ridden to such heights, read up on altitude sickness and how to prevent it. I really don't want you losing your balance up there. The Fury and I have been up there quite a few times this last year. Now for a little history lesson while we ride. In a November in the early 1800s, a large wagon train of French fur traders got caught in a snowstorm that lasted several days. They made camp along the river near the town of Bellevue. They were coming from St. Louis, Missouri, and trying to get to Green River, Wyoming. When the storm finally let up, the wagon master ordered that the wagons be lightened, so they dug a large pit and placed gunpowder and other less essential items in it. They covered the pit up and then lit a fire over it to appear as the site of a large campfire. They then completed their journey to Green River. At some point later, some returning wagons stopped by and gathered up their cash, losing nothing. From that time, the river was referred to as Cache le Poudre, meaning hide the powder in French, although originally cache was a noun, meaning the hiding place of the powder. So where is this location? I wish I knew. There's probably a house on it right now. The reason why you will find me in this canyon so often, and on any and all of my bikes, is because it isn't too heavily trafficked in the months outside of summer. There are no ski resorts, no Aspen or Vail. In fact, other than a couple of small stores and cabin rentals, there isn't much to stop for at all. There are some people who live up there, and some whitewater rafting companies that bring up a few buses or two in the summer, but not much else to stop you from riding. You do have to really watch your weather, though. These are the Rocky Mountains, and the weather can change a mile up the road. 40-mile-per-hour winds are not uncommon, and I've lived here long enough to see snow in every month of the year. Besides the occasional snowstorm or rain shower or hail, we also get forest fires. The other result from forest fires is when it rains sometime later, we get mudslides. Another reason why you don't want to be really caught out in the rain, and you also have to be careful going to the higher elevations when there's a lot of snow up there. I'll be up there sometimes even in February. There's a possibility of avalanches as you get near the pass. Just some things to watch out for. On a lighter note, let's put on some music and enjoy this ride for a minute. Now, it's a 2-hour ride to Walden, and of course the same back, but Walden has a few good restaurants and hotels. You also don't have to ride all the way to Walden. You can turn around at the top and almost use no gas to get back down the hill all the way back to Ted's place where the gas station is. The main problem you might have are the locals riding up your ass without buying you dinner first. Don't be too tempted to open up your throttle much past the speed limit here, though. Besides the deer, elk, moose, and bighorn sheep in the road, you also might get one of these in your mirror. Fortunately, he wasn't after me. The Fury only has 57 horsepower for some reason. It seems Honda really dumbed it down to keep the bike well controlled, I guess. I'd be interested in the comments below as to what you may have done with your Fury to open that engine up. I mean, you've got 1300 cc's, right? One would think that thing could cook. Anyway, it's still fun to take in these canyons. If you happen to be riding through Colorado and want to experience this canyon, yes, I'm also talking to you, Keanu Reeves. Let me know in the comments, and I'll send my phone number. In the meantime, keep your chin up in the curves of the road, and don't cross yellow lines in the blind turns of the canyon. Thanks for watching.